Hello creators, today I will be showing you how to cut out fabric, bonded fabric, with your Cricut machine. So we're just going to jump right into it. You're going to need an iron, a fabric mat, heat and bond ultra hold is preferred, and then the fabric that you're going to use. Alright, let's get into it. Okay, so with the ultra hold heat and bond, you honestly do not need to sew at all. Just an iron is needed. Okay, so we're going to actually use this entire piece. Now, when you open it up, you will notice you'll have your liner on top, and then on the back you will have your adhesive that's ready to stick. And I'm going to show you what side the fabric should stick up on, and then just how this particular material works, which is pretty good. Now before I lay my fabric out, I'm going to make some adjustments on the Cricut design space, because we will need to cut out 9 of these on the fabric. So I'm going to go ahead and click, make sure the headband is selected. We will duplicate it as many times as we need. So in this case, we're just going to continue until we get 9. Make sure we have 9. And there we go. So we want to go to the Make It button. Okay. We're not going to really focus on the vinyl on this video or this project. However, if you would like to learn more about using vinyl and how to properly cut it, you can check out my next video. But let's just go and select our second mat. Okay, as you can see, it gives us a preview of how much space we're going to use on our Cricut mat cutting board, and we want to make sure that we lay out just enough material to cover the board. Alright, so let's prepare that. What's so great about our Cricut cutting mats, it gives you the measurements at the top and on the side. So you want to measure out just enough paper to cover our Cricut board. And then we're going to lay out our fabric right on top of this, okay? Alright, after you have cut out your desired amount of heat and bond material, this is a crucial part. So you want to grab your fabric and then figure out what side you want the adhesive to be on. I prefer to have the adhesive on the back of the fabric, and you can just determine based off of how vibrant the threads are and what is considered like the back of the fabric. So this is the back. We are going to measure out how much fabric we need to cut along with the ultra bond. So I'm just going to do that. Okay, so we got a desired amount of fabric cut out, and we also have our ultra bond paper cut out. Okay, so then again, you want to make sure you want the adhesive on the back side of your fabric, and then your vibrant part just in the open. So you can tell this is the adhesive you want to melt onto the fabric so it can stick. So I'm going to line it up. And then we want to make sure we have, if you have a mini Cricut iron, which is very, very useful, you'll want to put it on medium heat, or if you got a regular iron, that's okay too. So I'm gonna wait till that warms up, and these things warm up fast. So once it's warmed up and ready, it's gonna beep, and then we're gonna iron it all over until the fabric bonds to the paper. Okay. All right. After you have lined up your fabric, you want to flip it over to where we are looking at the liner, and our iron is ready to go. So let's start ironing, and you would just continuously move around the paper until it sticks. And it doesn't take much to do this. So I would say about, depending on how big, less than 20 seconds. Alright, once you have finished ironing the heat and bond, you are ready to go back to your Cricut space. Alright, want to make sure that mirror is off. It's not necessary for this project. And then make sure it's selected. Now we're going to go to our Cricut machine, and we are going to play with our dial here. Instead of iron on, we are going to bonded fabric. See it there? Okay. And then you want to make sure your screen is matching what you have your dial based on. Okay. Now that we have it set, we are now going to get our desired board. Okay. Sorry, got a little fabric on it. And we want to put the liner side down. Okay. Let's line it up. Also, if you notice, just like mine's, it's a little bit too much liner on the board. And if you think it's going to disturb the cutting, please gather your scissors, and then you could just cut around it however you see fit. Okay, once you have your fabric bonded to the mat, we are ready to get it through our cutting system. Alright, so make sure you line it in. Alright, we're going to load it. I'm going to click that button. Let's get started. And as you can tell when it's cutting, you don't have to worry about the fabric moving because it's bonded to the heat line. If you run into the issue I was experiencing with the liner sticking to your mat, you can go back and get your iron and press down on your cutted piece to make sure the adhesive is sticking properly. Okay. Just so you can see how it was cut. It's cut to the T. The liner is still underneath, which bonds it to this fabric board. Once you peel off your liner, your piece of fabric should have a clear coating. This is your adhesive that you're going to iron onto your project. So I'll show you here shortly of what the outcome would be. Okay, so this is the project that I am working on using my bonded fabric. So you want to grab your piece, make sure the clear shiny side is flat and aligned however you see fit. And then once you have it aligned, make sure you have your iron on medium heat settings, or if you have the large Cricut heat press, you could put it on 310. And we're not going to really do it for 30 seconds. Maybe a good 15 seconds shall do, especially if you're doing different medias or layering like I am. So let's give it a go. For added protection, I like to add a Teflon sheet right on top, and then I click the Cricut button, and then just put light pressure down in that area. And we're just going to hold it for 15 seconds. Once the 15 is done, you can pull it, put it back on your base. Now let's take a look. As you can see, it is on there. It's pretty flat and aligned with the vinyl. And then since we're going to be using different materials, you can easily just add your additional pieces right on it, and it'll lay flat on that bonded fabric. Alright, tell me what you think about this tutorial. Like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Thanks.